UFC Fight Night, Holloway versus Korean Zombie. Predictions breakdown here, guys. I'm going to fly through this real fast here. Fight start early, 5 a.m. Eastern, Singapore, right? Been kind of busy, but give you the best I can. I'm just going to fly through these real quick, not much breakdown here. And check my Patreon out for the face-up predictions. Also subscribe to this channel. Also, you can donate to my PayPal account also. And hit the thumbs up button. Alright. First fight here, guys. We got Chung-Woo Choi versus Geronimo Arenas. I'm going to go with Choi here. I'm going to say Choi by decision. This fight is a 50-50. So I can see it going either way. But I'm going to go with Choi by decision. Alright. Next fight we got Nia Lang versus JJ Andrich. I'm going to go with Lang here. But zero confidence. This is 50-50 also. I'm going to say Lang by submission in the first round, and it's a 50-50, okay? Next fight, we got Yusuke Kenosati versus Billy Goff. I'm liking Billy here. I'm going to say Billy by KO in the second. I'm not confident. A lot of these fights I'm not confident in, guys. So 50-50 on that one. So Billy by KO second round. Next fight, we got Kenan Song versus Rolando Bedoya. I'm going to go with Ronaldo here. I'm going to say Ronaldo by decision, and this is also 50-50, alright? Chidi Njokuani versus Michael Ejujic. I know I mispronounced that, man. That was back and forward. I was kind of sliding towards Michael and then Chidi, but I'm going to say Chidi, KO first round, but zero confidence, 50-50 also, okay? Next fighter, we have Tatsumi Kazama versus Garrett Armfield. I'm going to go with Garrett here. I'm going to say Garrett by KO in the first round. Not confident, 50-50. A lot of these fights are 50-50, guys. Waldo Acosta versus Lucas Brunzik. Salsa Boy. I'm going to go... I'm going to take Salsa Boy here, Waldo, but I'm not confident in this one either, because Luque is not a... He's a heavy striker. Both guys are heavyweights. Can take one shot. And guy like Lucas, you know, I mean, Waldo is more boxing and Lucas kind of kickboxing vibe, but he doesn't really throw much leg kicks though, so I think Waldo should be okay. So I'm going to say Waldo by decision, 50-50 there, guys. Junior Tafa versus Parker Porter. It's the next one too, man. I'm going to say Tafa here by KO in the first round, but I'm not confident either, guys. Erin Blanchfield versus Taila Santos. I'm high on Erin, and she's a good prospect, man, but man, I don't know. When I look at Santos again, Shevchenko, I felt Santos kind of had that fight. She should have won that fight. But I just feel Santos' striking is a little bit more polished. And even her takedown defense and her grappling is not bad, man. You know what I mean? I mean, she's quick, athletic. You know, with Erin, she's decent, but, you know, she can get the wrestling takedowns and she's well-rounded, but it all depends on the matchup. I just feel like she's not as clean as a striker, and sometimes her head is there to hit. But it's still 50-50. I'm just not sure with Erin in this one. I'm going to say Santos by decision, but I'm not confident either, guys. 50-50, alright? Next fight, we got Rinya versus Nakamura versus Fernie Garcia. I'm going to say Nakamura here for the win. I'm going to say Nakamura by decision. It's a 50-50 fight. I mean, Garcia may have a chance here, but Nakamura has a strong wrestling base on him there, and his striking is kind of wild at times, but heavy hitter. And Garcia is a little boxer there too, and he has wrestling, but I feel Nakamura's wrestling is going to be the, you know, it's going to be the problem here. Is his wrestling is going to be more, I feel it's more high level than Garcia, so he can always fall back in his wrestling. So Nakamura by decision here, guys. Giga Chikadze versus Alex Caceres. Kind of back and forward. I can see Alex May can get a win here, man, but it's a 3-round fight. Yeah. Giga is a pretty good striker, man. His Goju karate is pretty technical. Alex Caceres is a pretty technical striker too, you know, and Giga been working on his ground game. You know, Alex, pretty good striker. 50-50 here, man. I'm going to say Giga by decision, but I'm not confident here, guys. Alright. Next fighter, Anthony Smith versus Ryan Spann Part 2. Both these guys fought before. Ryan Spann finished in not Ryan Spann. Anthony Smith finished Ryan Spann in the first round by submission. The thing about Spann is like he's good, but I don't know, it's like when he gets hit or hurt, then he just kind of folds. You know what I mean? And Smith is like a dog, man. It takes a lot to get Smith out of there. And I just don't see what Ryan Span's going to do to get him out. You know, Smith won the first fight. In this fight, I was kind of going for Ryan Span until I watched the fights over again. And like, I got to go with Smith. So I'm going to say Smith by submission here in the first round, but it's a 50-50 for me, okay? Because if we see from Smith, last fights just hasn't been looking good. But we see what happened. I'm going to say Smith by submission in the first round. Main fight in the card here, guys, we got Max Holloway versus Jong Yong Choi. Jong Yong Choi or Chung Sung Jong, Korean zombie. That's what I meant to say there, guys. Good fight. Jung is a good fighter. Korean zombie is pretty good, but I have to say Max Holloway here. I'm going to say Max Holloway by decision, guys, alright? Quick look at the odds here, guys. I'm just flying through these because fight would have started in like 3 hours, man. AM. Not even PM. It's going to be AM, man. So, I don't know what's up with that, but again, it's in Singapore, so that's what's up with that. So, it's all good. All over the end of the day. Let's see here. Some crazy. I bet these odds are going to be bananas because the fights are very close. The fights should be close. Ernest and Choi. Choi negative 155, 160. I don't really disagree with that. I feel Choi is a better fighter here, but he still can drop the ball here. Still be careful. Damn. JJ Andrews is negative 5. What the hell? The thing about JJ Andrews in this fight is that she don't pack no power. And what is she going to do to keep Lena off of her? Like, what does she has to keep her off of her? She has no power. And she can get, maybe can get a takedown, but Lang is pretty good on the ground. I mean, just that JJ doesn't have no power. All of her wins are by decisions, mostly. Probably have one by knockout. And Lang is like a dog. She's going to push forward. She's going to wrestle. She throws heavy. It's hard to see JJ Andrews at negative 520. I know skills play a factor, but what does JJ have to keep her off? That's the problem. She don't have no power. She can move around and use footwork, but what does she have to keep Lang off of her? She shouldn't be no negative 150, 520 though, man. That's 600. I don't think that's right. I'm liking Lang here, but it's a fight where I just be very careful. I just go dog or pass, to be honest with you. So I'm going with Lang. Billy and Yasuko. I'm liking Billy here, but again, this is an even fight, like what I said. Rolando and Song. Damn, Rolando is high as hell. Kind of disagree with that, man. I think the odds in Rolando, I mean, from what I saw from his last fight, I felt he won his last fight there. But against, what's the dude name? Chaos Williams. I felt he won that. But, you know what I mean, it's too high of a favorite here, man. But I still think he still wins, but be careful, okay? Chidi and Michael, we got Chidi, close fight, even fight almost. Like, Chedi's a little bit underdog. I'm going for Chidi though. But, yeah, I mean, we see what happens. This fight Chidi would drop the ball and Michael could drop the ball, but Chidi probably would drop the ball more, man, if the fight goes out of the first and he doesn't finish. Garrett and Kazama. We got Garrett at 162. This fight's an even fight, man. But I guess Garrett at 162, I mean, I think from what I saw from him against his last fight there, against what's the guy he fought? He fought him twice against David Anamo. He looks pretty good in that, and he fought him twice. He fought him in amateur also. But I like him, Garrett, but that's a little bit too high. But super careful. Brazil and Waldo. Waldo is way too high. His fight is even, both heavyweights, and Brazil or Braziki. I mean, he could strike too, man. So this fight, Waldo shouldn't be so high. So be careful with this one too, man. Tafa Parker Porter. Tafa, this is an even fight, man, because Porter is an experienced guy. I'm going for Tafa because it's more of the athleticism, and Porter doesn't really shoot for takedowns like that. And Tafa, you know, I mean, if he doesn't have a guy shooting for his legs, I think he may get a win here over Porter. You know, Porter doesn't really handle a shot too well, and Tafa's a heavy hitter. So I'll go Tafa, but, you know, I would say more even fight. Be careful. Ariane Blanchfield and Santos. Santos is an underdog. I mean, I can see Blanchfield winning, but, man, it's just when she comes forward, her head is going to get hit. And Santos can hit. Unless Blanchfield can take her down, but we saw with Chichenko struggled to take down Santos, and Santos was taking down Chichenko. It's like I feel Santos may be physically stronger here, and Blanchfield, I don't know, it's just, I'm going for Santos, but if Blanchfield wins, I wouldn't be surprised if she wins, but I think this is a fight for Santos to win, in my opinion. So I'm liking Santos here. Nakamura, negative 900. I don't see anything wrong with that, but still be careful here. Because, you know, with Nakamura, you know, he believes like 7-0. You know, I mean, his wrestling is very high level, but I still be careful. Alex Caceres and Giga. Damn, Giga is too high. Can't sleep on Caceres, man. Caceres, you know, usually underdog like that, he usually can pull off a win. So be careful. And Giga does get tired, and Caceres doesn't really get tired much. And Caceres can get the fight to the ground, and Giga, you know, he has a ground game. He's been perfecting his ground game, but still can get taken down though. But Giga hits freaking hard, and it's quick, and it's accurate. Alex Caceres is accurate too, but not as power like what Giga has. But I disagree with the odds in here. Be careful, man. Anthony Smith and Ryan Spann. They got Ryan Spann as favorite here, and after Anthony Smith's last performance, I can see, but Ryan Spann hasn't been looking that good either. So this is an even fight, and Anthony Smith won the last fight, so I'm liking Anthony Smith. Holloway, 600 and something. I don't see nothing wrong with that, really. I mean, but anything is possible, you know. Jung, you know, over in Singapore, anything is possible there. But yeah, some of these odds don't look right, guys, so be very careful with it. That's about it there, guys. I'm going to load up the face-offs onto Patreon, so if you haven't signed up to that Patreon, sign up to that Patreon account. One love out to everybody. You guys keep on kicking, and